Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be doing my weekly update for this last week. Now this one is coming a little later in the week than normal because we did the traveling book box videos. The Wizardly Duo Discord mods, myself and the rest of them did a traveling book box. We wanted to release our videos on the same day. We chose Monday, so you're getting this weekly update on a Wednesday instead. But we're still just going to talk about things that I read up through Sunday so that I don't get my weekly update schedule off. With that, let's jump in and talk about everything that I read and listened to this week. So first off, I was focusing on the Kindle on the 7th Cadence by Jim Wilborn. Wanted to get that one finished. It's a little bit longer, and so I wanted to get that wrapped up because I'm so behind on a lot of things. Yeah, this mood reading thing really didn't work out that well for me, did it? But finally did get through that one, and I had a lot of mixed feelings on the 7th Cadence. There were definitely a lot of aspects I liked and a lot of ideas I liked that were being explored, but I also had a lot of issues with it as well. I will have a full review coming pretty soon for that, so you can definitely check that out if you want to see my full thoughts. But it was a bit mixed. I came out of a 3 was what I rated that one. So not bad by any means, and like I said, some things I liked, but just not everything really worked for me. But I was glad to get through that one. That's one I wanted to try for quite some time, and Jim is awesome, and so I'm still interested to see kind of where things are going to go with that series. Physically, also with a review copy, I was continuing on with the Voidwalker collection, and I read the next novella in this series of 8, which was called A Deadly Crescendo, and that is the 4th one in this. And so the Voidwalker collection, and it's called a Deadly Crescendo, and very much is how that would be described. Things are really starting to pick up and get kind of crazy here, and this one sort of ended on a little bit more of a cliffhanger-y type of note too. So I'm really interested to see what's going to be going on with this. I am planning on just kind of focusing on getting through the rest of this. I've continued a little bit since then and actually finished the next one too. We'll talk about next week though, because we're just doing through normal time. But I'm planning to go through and just kind of finish this. I've been doing it episodically between other things, which has been nice. But I'm curious to just kind of get through and see to the end. So I'm a little over half now, and so we'll be excited to see where that goes. So then on the audio front, I finished Bands of Mourning. I was just about done with this last week, and I finished it up, and man, yeah, I'm just amazed by how much more I've enjoyed these on reread. I wasn't a huge fan the first time around, and even though I got used to it, I wasn't a huge fan of the audio. I was using that to reread so I could still be reading other things. Still good, and I'm really, really excited for Lost Metal, which comes out in less than a week of when this is coming out. It's a week of when I'm actually filming this. So yeah, coming out really soon, and I will be dropping whatever I'm reading at the time to read that right away for sure. So that'll be coming. There's a sneak peek, but it's probably not a real surprise. I imagine a lot of people are doing that. And then so after that, I listened to All These Worlds by Dennis E. Taylor on audio. This is book 3 in the Bobaverse, and I did get through the whole thing. It wasn't super long. The next one's longer, but this one wasn't super long, so I got through. And I still really enjoyed this. It's the first book I was interested in, but I wasn't really sure. The books 2 and 3 had been solid 4 stars for me. Really interesting, continuing to explore and look at different concepts with just the base premise of these replicated beings, basically, that came from people. They're going on. There's issues with the Earth. They're trying to get people off. They're discovering new planets and species, things like that, and just exploring. So there's a lot of really cool stuff, and it's starting to kind of go a little even further. And this one really felt like it wrapped up a lot. There's still some other things going on, but this one felt like a pretty definitive stopping point. Of course, didn't stop me from going into the next one, which we'll talk about next week as well. But it was kind of wrapped it up. Making the trilogy, the first 3, really felt like kind of like one long book, without a ton of gap between them. So I feel like I really wrapped that arc, and it was definitely good, and I enjoyed it as well. So those are the things that I did read. I will note, I wasn't lying in the thumbnail. It wasn't clickbait. Just to note some of the things I'm planning on focusing on next. I still need to read part 2 of Ships of Merrier. This is, like I said, it's books 2 and 3, and I stopped after the first one, and I meant to get back to it by now, so I'm raring to get back to this. So we'll definitely be working on getting to that very, very soon. Is probably one of the next things that I will work on. And then the two other books that I'm going to be focusing on from there are The Curse of Chalian by Lois McMaster Bujold, which I still need to get to because this won the vote, and Blood of the Spear by Mark Timoney. I've been really looking forward to both of these, and I actually have both physical and Kindle copies of both of these books, which is good because I'm probably going to start focusing on one book at a time coming up again just to get through some quicker because I have a lot of stuff I want to get through. And so I usually do physical reading during the day and Kindle reading in bed. So I'll be able to just focus and knock out hopefully these both pretty quickly. So kind of where we're going there. So there's what I read and a little bit of a preview of what you'll hear about probably coming up here soon. But that's really all I have for this week. Let me know, as always, in the comments what you read this last week, what you're reading, or your thoughts on any of the things that I mentioned as well. Are you excited for The Lost Metal? Do you not care? I'm sure there's definitely lots of people in both camps, but let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Check the link in the description. As always, for the Wizardly Duo Discord, if you want to chat books, whether these books, other books, any books, really anything at all, it is a lot of fun and we would love to have you. And of course, if you enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe.